Yeah, hello, good day. My name is Prince Emi Kasali. Today we'll be looking into uTrading, and there is a great strategy in town that is making people, like love this project. And I see these earnings, and I feel shocked. Like, oh, are people really trading futures? So I need to investigate these and see what the setting is. Everybody wants to maximize their earning, and there is competition in there. Everybody wants to make sure his or her team is earning good, and at the same time earning safe. Depending on each team, some would focus on the good. In terms of quality earnings, while some will focus on the safety, while some wants to match the two together, but most of the time it doesn't really match. So I saw this earning, and I was like $113 earned in 8 days of successful trading from my capital of $100. That is where I got it. Like $100 made $113 in 8 days. This is very, very possible. Like, seriously, it is very, very possible. $200, $500 is possible due to some things. It depends on how careless you're trading. That is one. Another thing is depends on the coin you're trading at a particular time will determine what you'll be earning at that time. And it's not like a particular coin will give you a particular, it's just you being at the right time. You just being on the right coin at the right time, and sometimes you might be at the right coin on the wrong time. So this is possible. This couldn't have been a shock to me, but I just realized that a lot of people are bringing up a lot of testimonies of huge, outrageous earning, and I feel like, oh, is this the same market? So I need to investigate and see what the strategy is. And after finding out the strategy, I think I should show you the strategy first. Let's talk about the strategy first. Before, come on, click now. Abba, don't mind me. We with this kind of phone. you know, when you speak too much English than having money to buy a phone. Come on, okay. People don't accuse me tired, but now you sabi. Say joke, 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 joke. Okay, no be joke. That's true talk. Okay, we are talking about futures here, and we are talking about these robots. Nope, not this. We are talking about DCA, and that is what we are talking about. That is the system, and the system says that, okay, the system says you should choose a coin that is averagely volatile, which is perfect. You choose a volatile, an average volatile coin, and in one of the training I saw TRX as the coin that was chosen because it is at least medium. It's a stable coin when it comes to. I mean, I don't mean a stable coin like a stable coin, but it's a coin that has usage. It's a coin that has now Bitcoin in terms of not the price of the coin or the value of the coin, but this is a coin that cannot be shaked anyhow. You understand? So whatever happens, whatever goes down comes up, whatever comes up goes down. So it maintains the real crypto space. So TRX, okay, according to them, or according to the video I watch, it's a TRX. Okay, now TRX is good. Then the next thing is to choose auto single, which is also awesome. What auto single simply means is that you would the system would choose the trend of the coin. So the system will decide if TRX is going deep or is going to the or on long. So it will trade according to these indicators indicators generally. So that's that. Then another thing that we are told to set here is to set the smart covering. Okay, so smart covering simply means it sells. There's a video on that, but it just simply means you sell in bits when they feel like it is the right time to sell. You sell part of your coin when 25% of it is making profit, something like that. I don't want to go into that. Then you set also cycle. Okay, you put on a cycle. Cycle simply means, when it buys, when it buys, it sells and it rebuys again. It keeps buying, selling, and rebuys again. Okay, another thing that we are told to set here, okay, is to set the leverage such that it goes to the highest leverage. Okay, and this is funny to some set of people, but I'm okay with it. It says choose your 50x. Okay. I can choose 50x for my trade. 50x is not a problem. It's technical. I made a video sometimes comparing the regular leverage and leverage from uTrading. You might watch that to also get that clear. So choosing 50x is not an issue. I saw it in a group where somebody was like, how on earth will you choose 50x? And the person is a strong leader. So what I'm trying to say is not everyone understands the entire thing of these settings. We only understand what we know and what we are used to and what we know how to use. So that's it. So the person was like, I couldn't say anything. I was just like, my God, they talk. Me, I won't talk. Wait, I won't talk. And these are people that are really, 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 vast when it comes to crypto trading. So, okay, what else do they ask us to do? I think that is all they ask us to do. I think that is all they ask us to do. Yes, every other thing maintain or scope. Okay, okay. So they now said there is a formula. Let me go and steal the formula. I understand the formula, but I want to quote it the way they quote it. They said, okay, I think they said, let me go and check it too before formula becomes another thing. Okay, what's the formula? Okay, formula now. Where formula? Okay, the formula is here. Okay, I think the formula is here. Okay, they said IP times ML. Okay, max order. Okay, max order. That is IP initial position times max order. Okay. Max order initial position. Then cons below. Okay, I hear. This is our max order. Okay, and initial position. Initial position. Where's the initial position? Initial position. Do I even understand what initial position is any longer? No. It is not. It is max order times leverage now. It is max order times leverage over cons. Because leverage was involved now. Okay. Probably the same max leverage. Okay, max leverage. I think that is what he was trying to write. Max leverage. Over cons. So that simply means that we are going to this times this divided by this. That's what they ask us to do. Okay, this and this divided by this. So we have 90. Okay, we have what do we have here? We have 97 times 50. Okay, let's use our calculator. Calc. Use our calc. Okay, so no, sorry, 97. I think it's 97. 97 times 50. Excuse me. 97 times 50. Okay, divide. Let's put equals to. Then we now divide it by the cons. Okay, what's the cons that we have here? This is 12.972. 12.972 divided by 12.972. So that is giving us approximately 373. Okay. So that is giving us approximately 373. So we are going to put the 373 in the initial position. Okay. So we remove this. Okay, it cannot remove. So we have to type in and edit. So 373. Is it 373? Am I sure? Okay, 373. Then after the 373, we remove the 44 in front. So as you can see here, this is giving us 49.885. Okay. Now, this had been registered that this would almost equal to this. So why are we disturbing ourselves about the formula? So a short formula for you now, a short formula for you from me. Take it to, you must take it. You don't need to disturb yourself. Anytime you just come here, anytime you come here, choose the max leverage, then put the max leverage here as oh sorry, you will not be able to put the max leverage here because this place is you cannot alter this place. So you keep adjusting this place till you get 50 dollars here. So far this is 50. You know, sometimes the max here might not be 50, might be 100. And sometimes the max here might just be 20. So whatever you have here will be here. And just adjust this till you have it here. So that's simple. But if you can do the maths is also simple. Multiply these two together and divide it by whatever you see here on default. I mean on default. So whatever you see here, you multiply it by this. This one is not going to be default. You are going to choose the mass leverage. This is going to be default. This is going to be default. So, and that's that. So that's the trade. And they said that assuming this is $100 trade now. So assuming this is $100 trade, you have to do these times. You have to multiply this by what do we say? You have to do this times four trades. So if you have $500, that is 5 times 4. 5 times 4. So you can do 20 trades, isn't it? So and so on. That's what they said. That's what they said. They said we can do 4 trades with this. Now, let's analyze this. Let's analyze it. If you're trading $50, that is what you have inside your trade. And you have 50x leverage. So this is still 1%. So it's awesome. It's still okay. But do you know that when you have like I did an analysis that when you're trading what do we say you're trading 10x, you get liquidated at what at I think you get liquidated at I've forgotten this offhand, but I know 20 will give you 5. I think 5% dip, so 50 will give you 50 will give you about 2 points. No, about 2% dip. 50 will give you about 2% dip. So that simply means that you must reserve enough money into your account before for this not to liquidate. Okay. So, in essence, I'm going to be looking at the capital we are putting in. Now, the mistake people are checking here is this. Where your liquidation will come in is this. This is $50. But you've forgotten that this is the max order. There is going to be $109 inside this trade. $109 will go inside this trade because it is having a max order of 2. That means it's going to buy twice. After the first one, when it goes deep, it's going to buy another one. And let's check, when is it going to buy another one? What is the auto settings for it? Oh, size multiple. Okay. Price gap. Okay. The price gap here is 55. So that's simply 0.55. So when it goes 0.55 deep, it will buy another one. And the entire amount, because they said you should not do anything here, so the entire amount that is likely to go into the trade is 109. So let's say this is 110. And they said you should do 4 coins. Now, 110, or let me just do it the way it is. Okay, let me just do it the way it is. 109 times 4. Let's assume 4. So this is a 436. And divide this by 100. So this is 4.3 times your capital. No wonder people are making money. So you would make a lot of money from this. Yes, you make a lot of money from this. You will make a lot of money from this, but you are going to liquidate. It sounds good, Abby. You're seriously going to liquidate. Oh. Forget the laughter. I am overthinking now. Like I imagine when we start getting those liquidation where the noise, as in how tense the noise will be. Everybody's loving it. I'm seeing this flying, but we are all going to liquidate. Those of us that are using this, we are going to liquidate because you have $100 capital and you are trading times 4 of your capital. You're not even staying on that. You are trading 4.3% of your capital. Let's even assume you're trading 4, 4, 4. Let's trade 4. That simply means these accounts will liquidate at minus 20%. Minus 20%. When all those 4, when you add their minus together and you divide by 4 and it's giving you minus 20%, you get liquidated. And this is something that is very easy to get to in crypto space because some coins are probably in 50% right now, some are in 30 something percent right now, and so on. So it's something that will always come. That is the reason why you are earning huge, because you are trading times 4. So the capital is making sense. Are we getting it? It is making sense. The best or the safest way, the safest risk is to make sure you trade times 2 of your capital in terms of the amount. Forget about the leverage. It is the amount you need to focus on. You need to make sure that your trade is not more than times 2. This is not liquidation free settings. Oh, this is very, very good to liquidate settings. And note this, there is this 0.36. What does it mean? It simply means you are not even going to liquidate at minus 20. You probably liquidate at probably minus, let's say minus 18% dip. When you have an average of minus 18% dip, you get liquidated. So what should we do? Or what should we do in order not to liquidate? You can follow the settings and please just trade 2 coins. Just trade 2 coins. Don't trade 4 coins. So if you trade 2 coins, that simply means that you'll be having an average of 109 times 2. So 218 is still about 4.9, 4.8% deep, which is still very okay. I mean 48% deep, 49% deep, 48% deep. It's still okay. Don't trade 4 coins. So. Don't trade 4 coins. So. Okay. Because I wonder why the money was getting much. Like, how are people showcasing? But the unfortunate thing is, most of them will not be able to showcase their earnings when they get liquidated. Why the few that will show will complain, but when they are making the money, they are not telling us. Those that are telling us will not show their liquidation, but those that are not telling us now will now tell us their liquidation. That's life, arena of life. Okay. Another thing is this. For those of us who are loving these and loving this and feel like you must earn every blessed day, still, that doesn't mean you earn every blessed day. When this system start trading for you, you might probably be making a lot of money. But no matter what you do in the crypto, there's always going to be deep. So there's always going to be a trade, and the trade will get into the deep, and the deep might be for a week or two, and if not for a month or 2 months or 3 months. So, but it's always you're buying and it's selling, it's buying and it's selling. That doesn't mean it's going to keep buying and selling at the same time. You'll still hang up in the deep very soon, and all those earnings of rush hour earnings would also be what do we call it? We also just put you on peg. Why? Because your buyings is too quick. If you're doing this kind of a thing, you want to buy just twice, try and avoid to buy at once. 0.5 something percent deep is just too low for me. 0.55 percent deep is just too low. The way I see it is just too low. It's just too low. It's very low on my own perspective. If you're only going to buy once, then you should look at only buying when it is needed. I understand the fact that when you put it on 0.5%, you quickly want to rush it and probably it's going to sell out first. It's always good when the coin is going in your direction. But sometimes coin might just pass that realm. You buy more and it keeps going on and it doesn't come back on time. So if you're using this system also, I appeal that you try and edit displays and make it at least is probably 5% deep or probably 3% deep, but probably on my own side I'll prepare for the worst. I only make use of it when it is necessary, and that is when it is far above 5%, probably 10%, 15%. But the disadvantage is that instead of you to be trading with the $200 max capital, you'll be trading with $100 max capital. So the remaining $100 will only be there when the coin has really gone deep for you now to buy more so that you can get out of deep. So it will be more of a security of getting out of the deep than using it to trade often. So it will also reduce your daily earnings also. But whatever one you do, your daily earning will always be reduced one day. Because even when you finish using it, it will still get to a place whereby you'll be in deep and it doesn't get out of deep first. So that's it. So that's just my review on this strategy. In our team, we use another strategy. The truth is, there is no better strategy. It's just for you to know what you're doing and accept what you're doing and just love what you're doing. So, in our team, we love to make it little by little, but not get stranded and make sure we earn something every blessed day. At least something must add up to our account every blessed day, whether we are in the deep or we are in the deeper or we are in the deepest. We just try and make sure something adds up to our account so that by the time we get out of that deep, would have accumulated a lot of money. So that's just what we do in our team. But that is not even the reason for doing this video. I'm not contesting because this system, we've used it before. And I have done a lot of videos and trainings on this particular system. So it's not new. The only thing that is new here is just the mathematics thing, which is not even necessary. There is easy way of doing this. The easiest way of doing it is just to make sure that, okay, let me just teach you an easy way of doing this. You've chosen your coin, choose your coin rightly. An average coin, the preach, which is cool. Choose your auto single, which is also awesome. And try and do your maths. How much is my capital? That's the first thing you want to do. I have $100. Then multiply it by 2. Okay, then that is $200. Then the question is, how many coins do I want to trade? how many coins do I want to trade? You want to trade 2 coins. So divide by 2, you have 100. So make sure that the trade you have here, in terms of the max order here, make sure the count equals $100. So when you're doing your settings, make sure it doesn't matter whether you are buying 4 times, 5 times, 6 times inside the deep, it doesn't matter how many you want to buy, but then make sure that your max order here equals $100, because you want to trade $200 and you want the $200 to be on 2 coins. So all other parameters, just make sure whatever comes out of those parameters equals this. You can decide to choose 50x leverage. You can choose 20x leverage. We always choose 20x leverage, not for anything, just for the psychological thing. Because the 20x leverage, it took a lot of people to understand that we can choose it. I could remember there was a meeting I was doing. Somebody was comforting me, was like, God, why would you choose this? You want to kill people. You want to liquidate the account. So it took me time and effort to be able to explain, because it doesn't understand, and it's not easy to, when I know something very well, even when I don't know it, but I know it, I think I know it. And you are coming up with something, it's always very difficult for me to understand what you're coming, because whatever you're saying does not sink and does not come to me. The only thing that comes to me is, yes, now I know it, yes. And he's very right. The only thing is he's thinking from the regulars, from the Binance or exchanges trade. He's not thinking from here. We study this. It's a 50-unit course that we study, and we passed it. So that is why I just use 20x. It's not like I can use 50x. The most important thing is this, not the leverage. Even if I use 50x, so far the entire money that the system is going to trade for me is not going to be more than times 2 of my entire capital I'm safe. So it's an easy way. But just because we have been witnessing a lot of deep in the past, sincerely, we witness deep, and it's sometimes annoying. When you start, you feel like you're not seeing deep. But with time, the deep will come. So, and instead of me trying to fight coins not to go in deep or to get out of deep, I try to play along with the deep. So inside the deep, we try and make money. So that's my strategy. This strategy is not wrong, but the only thing that is wrong in this strategy is the total amount that we are trading. And because we are over trading, that is why the profit is coming huge. You get it? Because, and another thing is because you are in a particular trend that the trend is following you. For example, if I am trading, I use $100 to trade, and I have 20. I'm trading $200 in total. I use 1%. So the 1% is just $2. But if you are trading 4, so your own 1% will be what? Will be $4. So if a trade now goes like that 3, 4, 5 times a day, because we are still in the realm, we are still playing along the level at which that coin is, then it looks like you're making huge money. And you'll be so happy, and you feel like, oh, futures is interesting. But there's going to be a time it's going to reverse away from you. It will just go the other direction. No matter the person that gives you signal in the world, it will always have a time it will go the other direction. So when it goes the other direction, what we usually face is to be in the deep for as long as it comes back. But in this situation, you'll be threatened because you're over trading. So all the money you thought you have made, you would spill everything. You split it. Yeah, Omakbo. Split it. And you not just split the profit, you split both the profit and your capital. That means you lose everything. God bless you. Try and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just try. I beg, try. Yeah, bye. Have a wonderful day.